Hello students of 7th standard. We have started the lesson that is nothing but plant structure and function. Today we are going to start this lesson that is nothing but plant structure and function. So we know that on our earth there are various types of plants. Some are very small in height, some are medium in height, some are very tall in size, some are having flowers, some are not having flowers, some are having roots, some are having, you can say, various different types of structures. So this way we are going to see the plants on our earth. Now we are going to see about the plants in this lesson. See here, the roots, stems, leaves, flower, fruits of different plants are different. Now whenever you see the different types of plants, they are having different roots, or they are having different stems, they are having different types of leaves, they are having fruits different, they are having flowers different. That means each and every plant is having a different characteristics, or you can say they are having the different parts. We can identify plants with the help of different characteristics. Now if we want to identify the plants, we can identify the plants with its own characteristics. For example, suppose if we consider the mimosa plant, if we touch it, then it closes its leaves. That is nothing but one of the characteristics of the, you can say, mimosa plant. So we can identify the plants with the help of the different characteristics. Now let us learn the plant organs in a detail. Now in this chapter we are going to learn the plant organs in a detail. Before that, what you want to do? You want to soak some moth seeds, or you can say beans, in a water. You want to put this. In a jar, and in a jar you want to put a crumple of, you can say, papers, and on that you want to put the seeds, and you want to close the, you can say, jar tightly. It should be airtight. Then keep it for 2 to 3 days. Whenever you keep it for 2 to 3 days, you observe that there are some parts which are grown there on the seeds that we have seen. The seed appears in such a way. That means two parts are seen on the seed. One part is seen above the, you can say, above region, and one part is seen down. See here, the above part is called as a plumule, and the down part is called as a radicle. Similarly, if we put the seed into the soil, that means the plumule part comes upside the ground, or you can say above the ground, and radicle goes into the soil. Then see, the part that grows from inside the seed towards the soil is called as a radicle. That means you can see here. Now the part whichever is grown from the seed and which grows towards the soil area, or you can say towards the soil, that is called as a radicle. And the part that grows above the soil, see here, the part that grows above the soil is called as a plumule. Now see here, the root that forms from the radicle grows in the ground. Now see here there are roots formed from the radicle, and these roots, they grow into the ground. The root is thick near the ground. If you see the roots here, suppose this is a ground, and if you see the roots here, the roots appear very thick at the, you can say, ground level, and pointed towards the other end. Then see, gradually it tapers and point at the pointed end. This part of the plant growing below the soil for support is called as a root. That means this part whichever is growing down into the soil, which appears thick at the ground and pointed at the other end, this is nothing but a root. Now root fixes the, you can say, plant into the soil, or root is an organ which supports the plant for its fixation into the soil. First we are going to see about the roots. See here I have drawn a picture of a root. What does this tells us? See here, this is nothing but a primary root. The original root is nothing but a primary root, and the branches whichever are given by the primary root are nothing but the secondary root. These are nothing but the root hairs. That means the hairs which are grown on the root. Then this is nothing but a root cap. This is nothing but a root tip. So see what does this tells us? We are going to see roots of some plants produce secondary roots. That means roots of some plants are going to give the secondary roots that grow obliquely and spread far and wide in the soil. How they grow here? They grow obliquely and they grow far into the soil. That means they grow very far and wide into the soil. Root supports the plant. This root is nothing but what it is doing, it is supporting the plant. This type of a root which supports the plant and which goes down directly into the soil and gives out the secondary roots. This type of a, you can say, root is called as a tap root. Next here, root bears hair-like processes near the root tips. If you see the root tips, here there are hair-like processes. These are called as the root hairs. What are they called? Root hairs. Then see here, the root tips are very delicate. If you see this portion is called as a root tip, and this root tip is very delicate. So this is the region of the growth of the root. That means from here only there is a growth cells present at this root tip, and from here only the root grows down. Then see, this is the region of the growth of the root. The tip is covered by a cap-like structure. If you see here a structure whichever I have drawn here at the bottom of the root, that is nothing but a root cap. As we know that root tip is very delicate, this root cap is, you can say, protecting this delicate part. So root cap plays a very important role in protecting the, you can say, root from the injuries. In this way, today in this lecture we have seen how we have soaked the, you can say, beans or moth beans, and how there is a, you can say, formation of a radicle or you can say plumulae, and also we have seen the type of the roots, how the root has the primary root, then secondary root hairs, then how it has the cap, and how is the root tip. These all things we have seen in today's lecture. The further points we will see in the next lecture.